Greetings to everyone world over. Green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. What a pleasure to have the entire global fraternity and all the educators, education ecosystem, teachers, mentor, coach, fitness coach, wellness coach, health coach, neuro coach, whatever you want to talk about, trainers, master trainer, counselors, technocrats, all of them world over, wherever you are. 131 countries where our chamber has got at present the footprints and the members. We extend a very warm welcome to everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today and being a part of this particular journey. We have come a long way. On 25th of March 2020, we started during this pandemic a special series. And in this series, we have touched 1,519 webinars with more than 12,000 so-called the legends, the speakers, the celebrities. They have come from world over. And sometime we have been having almost 50 distinguished guests in one day, right from morning till evening, the full day program, like we are going to have with the Media Entertainment Skill Council soon. 75 people are coming in one day, each one of them 7 to 8 minutes. Well, today we meet media when we talk about MEPSC Sector Skill Council, which is with the trainers and master trainers and entrepreneurship and startups, and of course, related to security services as well, human resources development. So Thursday, 31st of March, International Chamber for Service Industry extends a very warm welcome to each one of you. Grateful to Colonel Anil Kumar Pokhriyal, a buddy and a brother officer from the armed forces. We all have grown up together in the uniform. It's such a pleasure to meet him, greet him, treat him, and to be with him. He's a good host as well. And our chamber takes care of services sector, services vertical in the entire economy. We are grateful to Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, because we worked on 12 champion sectors of service industry. From there, we moved on to Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council. Grateful to Nirmala Sitharamanji, the Honorable Finance Minister of India, because she declared on 13th of May 2020 that service industry will be at par with the manufacturing sector now onward. The Golden Triangle, when before pandemic, Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, but today you got to realize education, skills, along with the micro, small and medium enterprise. Our chamber is very happy that way back in 1994, we brought India's first finishing school for the services sector, for the service industry, 54 segments being taken over here, and everything with music, humor, fun, dance, happiness, passion, stimulation, storytelling, and now you talk about graphic novels also nowadays. More than 52,000 youth have gone through the process. 35,000 educators and teachers have gone, and they are the part of the global family, global education ecosystem. 25th March 2020, we don't want to remember because today is also March and the last day of the March. Thank God from tomorrow, the month of April will start, because when you look back, 25th of March 2020, what was the scenario? Doctors, nurses, paramedical, everybody running around. And that is the time our chamber decided we are going to take care of with UNESCO, the vertical for the education and 3 buzzwords, making education relevant. So this milestone shows you we have been throughout this thick and thin pandemic with the teachers and the youth and the parents, because everybody needs mental wellness, physical wellness, community wellness, and of course, economic wellness. In the thick of the pandemic, also the Honorable Prime Minister of India, very bold step. After 34 years, the new education policy, the game changer, once it gets implemented, the wonders will be done on this planet, because this particular policy is going to bring a lot new in the creativity, collaboration, curiosity, coding, technology, and of course, 10 days bagless school for children right up to the 6th class standard onwards. We are working very closely with 37 sector skill councils under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development. Great gratitude and thanks to Dr. Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsiji, the chairperson of the National Council for Vocational Education and Training, a great visionary. During the pandemic, the only difference what it has made, every challenge has got new opportunities, every challenge has got new innovations and creativity. From the brick and mortar finishing school, we have come out in the digital, and now we have moved to inspirational lab, which we launched on World Tourism Day, 27th September. And over here, education and skills through the inspirational lab, we just believe in one thing: why education should not be relevant to our day-to-day life and a happy living, because there's no price tag on the mental happiness. This is the homepage of our web portal. Go on that, you will see it over there, icsiindia.in. When you go, making education relevant. And nowadays we are working for preparing global educators. Ladies and gentlemen, 69 million educators are required globally post-pandemic. And what a demand. This is what I was sharing with you. With the Media Entertainment Skill Council in a partnership, we are going to bring 75 celebrities together for the international conference. We'll start in the morning at 10 and we'll finish in the evening at 10, 12 hours non-stop. We have got radio, television, theater, music, films, augmented reality, virtual reality, gamification, whatsoever we can think of. Napoleon Hill, long time back, conveyed whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. All of us, we should work together. This is your YouTube channel. Be a part of it. International Chamber for Service Industry extends a very warm welcome. And there's a lot being conveyed for education, skills, trainers, master trainers, startups, and of course for the mental wellness. We learn 10% of what we read. We learn 20% what we hear. We learn 30% of what we see. We learn 50% when we see and hear. We learn 70% of what is discussed. And we learn 80% of what we experience, and 95% what we teach to others or what we share with others. The learning process is now sharing. We wish to learn from these three celebrities this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time zone, wherever you are. We have got Mithali Shetty, we have got Kamesh Saravanan, and Dr. Mehul Thakkar. We extend them a very warm welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of ICSI and MEPSC, join me in extending a very warm welcome to these three celebrities this morning, afternoon, and evening. With these words, we go over. We will have two rounds. First round, we would request each one of them, they should introduce themselves, they should talk. Where are they joining from? Where are they? What are they doing? And how are they taking the vision forward? What exactly they plan to do? The trio can decide who would like to come first, who would like to come second, who would like to come three. I am going off now because the reason being, I will appear only when your 6 minutes are over, so that you will see the dinosaur has come back to tell us that it is the turn for the next speaker now. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with the beautiful trio in the flora and fauna, wildlife tourism, nature tourism, green tourism, human beings, and Dr. Mehul. You must appreciate what we call it, women empowerment. So that is the clue and that is the indication. Now let's start the journey and I go off the air.
Mithali ma'am, Kamesh ma'am, any of you can start the ball rolling. Respecting the feeling of
Kamesh ma'am, you can go ahead. I'll go after you.
Having experience in aviation.
Kamesh ma'am, we have got challenge with your Kamesh ma'am. Kamesh ma'am, we have challenge with your audio. Kindly look into that. Otherwise, people won't enjoy. People won't enjoy. You got to see it. Maybe if you want to re-log in, you can go for that. No problems. But your audio clarity is not there. And if the signal is weak, I would request you, you can go off the video, bring the strength to the audio, and that is the way we can take it on. All up to you. So I would request, ma'am, kindly take care of it. Mithali, you can start.
Yeah. Okay. So hello everyone. Thank you MEPSC and ICSI for getting me on board today. It's my pleasure to be part of this initiative. Quick introduction to what I am and what I do. So I'm logging in right now from Mumbai. I'm based out in Mumbai. I'm a professional choreographer, dancer, dance instructor, trainer, and also a social media influencer by profession. I have my own dance institute called Bombay Institute for Performing Arts in Mumbai. I've been running the institute for the last 4 years. It was founded in 2017. And I'm also affiliated with MESC, which is Media and Entertainment Skill Council. So we provide certification to students that come and do dance courses from our institute, and they get certified. I've over the 4 years, I have currently teaching around 500 students, 500 odd students, and it gives me immense. What do you say? I feel extremely proud to be able to share my skills and my knowledge with number of students from different age group, different background, different culture. And it's always a learning process, even for me as a trainer, to be part of that process. And also, when I come back to what I've done prior to starting my institute, so academically, I am a bachelor holder. I'm a level 6 bachelor holder in dance, in professional dance. And I've certified in dance from UK. The college that I've been from is SLP College of Performing Arts, which is located in Leeds. It is affiliated with Trinity College of London. I did my graduation, a 3-year full-time course in London. And meantime, when I was there, I always believed in, learning and upgrading your skills, even though you're on a particular course, but always sideline when I had time. And I think this would be useful for people that are watching, who are learning, candidates, students, whoever are watching us today, that even if you are on a full-time course and you do get a break of a month, like you do get vacations where you go on, you get a winter vacation, you get a summer vacation, and you just think of going off your studies and work and you just want to enjoy. But trust me, when you put time of your holidays into upgrading your skills and educating and learning, even in that time, it really helps you for your future. So when I had my Easter break, I remember when I was in UK, I was in UK like all by myself. My parents were in India, and I didn't know anyone else in that country. So I enrolled into a international dance teacher course, which was a 1-month course. And I used to go every day to college to do that course, though all my classmates were on vacation and they were out with their family and friends. But I decided to go onto this course and do it. And I got out with a distinction certificate, which made me so proud that now when I look back, those skills I'm able to use today to educate and, share my knowledge with all the students that are learning from me. So with the same note, even in general, when it comes to trainers as us, it is even our duty to upgrade our learning, because learning is there's never an end to learning. That's what I believe. So coming back to what I did with my academics, after completing my 3 years graduation, I came back to Bombay. I worked in the Bollywood industry for 2 years. I worked as an assistant choreographer in numerous shows like Filmfare and IFA, Star Screen Awards, and I've been part of all the shows professionally, involving with all the celebrities and artists. after that, I decided that and teaching was always my first love. So I decided to have my own dance school. And that's when me and my father, we both are the official partners and directors of Bombay Institute of Performing Arts. We established the institute in 2019 in December. And ever since, I've been training approx 500 students in the last 4 years. But when I come to the part when we had lockdown, the pandemic hit in 2020. I wish I can delete that year, but I'm also thankful in a way that I was able to connect to people not only from Mumbai or from the same locality. I was able to connect and teach and share my knowledge with students from Bangalore, from Kolkata, from Delhi, from Punjab, from Kerala. That was a that was a learning point for all of us, because virtual was never a thing for us before pandemic. And pandemic taught us how to adapt to situation and how to make out of it. So I was able to reach to students from abroad who stayed in UK, US, Canada. I do even still, though things have opened up in Mumbai and I'm sure across India, I still am in teaching process with those students. So I feel extremely grateful for whatever has been happening in the last 2 years, though it was difficult for most of us, but it did give us places where we could come out of it strong. Um, yeah, so that was my quick little introduction on what I do. I would like to also talk on the topic, which is the importance of trainers in India in today's skill ecosystem. So as a trainer, we are usually the pillar of strength. We are the guiding force for our students. And they look up to us that, that eventually when they grow up in terms of even their career, that they get the success imparting the knowledge that we gave on to them. So we should always be, as a trainer, being supportive, encouraging them, having that motivation that even if they are not doing well, keep motivating. That's the way that they grow. And training is, of course, a process of acquiring knowledge, and there is skills, there is attitude, there is a lot of things as a trainer that we need to carry along while having a particular batch of students, whether if it's online or offline. It is same. Of course, on virtually, it's a bit difficult because we are not physically available in front of them to make them feel that energy. But when it is also virtual, people are able to see us, understand us, and also hear us clearly. Learning by doing is something that I believe in a process of teaching that we need, as trainers, we need to make sure that we tell our students that when you're learning, you need to implement them immediately. It's usually that students learn and they do not implement. They are not doers. They tend to do later. So we as trainers, we need to make sure that they learn and implement before they forget. That's when knowledge and skill is fresh in the head. So yeah, so that's all that I have as trainer. It's very important to have all these qualities and have the understanding and bonding, especially with your students and your candidate.
Wonderful, Mithali. It's really a pleasure. Thank you very much. And I was just laughing and smiling when you mentioned about different states and all that. And one of the state you mentioned, where from some celebrities come from one particular family, and all of them, they tried dancing throughout their life, but like me, they could never pick up the threads. I think only one of the boys from that family can dance. So if you can really make the remaining two also dance from that family, that is the challenge which one has to take on. I think it's a lifelong learning, tried level best throughout the life, and I think couldn't pick up the threads.
Exactly.
And something very interesting, second round you should talk about why dancing is not the part of the education ecosystem. And number two, when the dancing is being done, all the mudras and everything and the whole body. So because you are associated with the different sector skill councils, you got to give us some tips. When you dance, how many different skills can be acquired when the music goes on and a couple of other things. So there are different skills. I don't want to declare the question paper and tell everybody what is there. Let them post. But meanwhile, let me appreciate your efforts. And on the YouTube channel, the people those are watching, there is a Nang Wongtina Chaupo. Nang Wongtina Chapo. She is from Navsari, and that is something which you have to pick up. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. That's in Arunachal Pradesh. You go from Tinsukia, you go from Upper Assam to this particular place, coming from the armed forces. So I know she's the winner because she's the first today to log in, and she gets 1,000 rupees cash award, being the first person to join today. Now, Dr. Mehul ji, what is your next instructions to me? What are your next instructions, Dr. Mehul? Your mic is muted. Should we try Kamesh ma'am, or would you like to come in?
If Kamesh is ready, she can take one.
That's like a good gesture. We as a
I'm
male
super
folk,
excited.
yes, we as a male folk always respect ladies, and we should give them that respect. In the armed forces, it's conveyed. Even if a second lieutenant wife is coming, the journal will get up. That is the respect to be given to the ladies. So Kamesh ma'am, all yours. The world is yours. They're waiting. You got to unmute your mic, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mehul. Am I audible this time?
Kamesh ma'am, there is difficulty, and best part is I would request you. The world has seen you. Now you switch off your video. Your video strength will come in your audio. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Madam Kamesh, and now she goes. And this will come like a storytelling. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. I think there is some connectivity issue here, so that's why I'm not able to doing.
But it is better than before, ma'am. It is better than before. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. So as I said earlier, I'm Kamesh, I'm 42 years old, and I'm actually having an aviation background. I work in Italy for 18 years. I was in
Kamesh ma'am, still difficulty. Please, ma'am, something is to be done. Another tip I can give it to you, because I have learned a lot during this pandemic. You have got many other gadgets at home. Please switch off those gadgets. The entire strength will come only at one place in your mobile. Just try it out. We give you another 5 minutes for that, and we come back to you. Dr. Mehul, please take on.
Yes. Shall I see, sir? If you allow.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. All yours.
Wishing you all a very warm, live, and vibrant good evening. Feeling lucky, privileged to be in the company of three giants of the domain. The moderator, Dr. Gulshan Sharma, Mithali ma'am, and Kamesh ma'am. She is facing a bit of issue right now, but she will be back very soon. Gulshan sir rightly started that if man is the head of the family, then women is the neck on which the head rests. So duly respecting the feeling of women empowerment, I am Dr. Mehul Thakkar. I work as Associate Professor in Human Resource Management Department and University Placement and Counseling Head of our Navsari Agricultural University, which is located in the coastal region of South Gujarat belt of the vibrant state of Gujarat. Navsari, as you might be aware, it is better known for JRD Tata's philanthropy, because this has been the birthplace, and it is very nearby. It's a very we are located at in the vicinity of the historical Dandi March route, which was taken by the beloved father of the nation, Sri Mahatma Gandhi ji. Our university is one of the state agricultural university, which is duly accredited by the Indian Council for Agricultural Research in New Delhi. And we have 14 institutes under Navsari Agricultural University. 8 are offering graduation, post-graduation and PhD programs, and 6 polytechnic colleges, institutes are offering 3 years diploma programs after 10th, that is SSC. Another unique feature, or we can say that the contribution of our worthy university to the agricultural community is that in the last 15 years or so, our agricultural scientists have developed 70 crop varieties of 25 different crops, and they have released more than 550 technologies which are delivered to the doorstep of the farming community through our Krishi Vigyan Kendras. So we are undoubtedly the rising power in the agricultural fraternity. We are not putting any stone unturned in reaching out to the farmers' fraternity, which are our primary stakeholders. But we, being a esteemed university, our second primary stakeholder is beloved students. I work at our management department that offers MBA Agribusiness Management and PhD Agribusiness Management degree programs. I have been into teaching, full-time teaching since last 20 years by now. I started with AICTE approved MBA programs and then later on moved to these state government funded agricultural university. I'm dealing with subjects like organizational behavior, human resource management, communication for management and business law and ethics, sales and distribution management, and several other such subjects which fall into the HR domain. Along with teaching, I have diversified into training since last 22 years. I am very proud to state that I'm the first ever Innovative Trainer Award winner from Indian Society for Training and Development, New Delhi. I am also the Young National Award winner and the Fellowship Award winner from ISTD New Delhi, which is the highest honor given to a trainer after a lot of hard work in the domain. I am also a very proud certified national trainer, master trainer, and lead assessor of this worthy council, that is Management, Entrepreneurship and Skill Development Council under the banner of NSDC, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India. And look at the two giant institutions, MEPSC, which is spearheading the mission of uplifting the skill development mission and uplifting the skill sets of the people of India and particularly the youth of the nation. That has collaborated with a truly international institute, that is our International Chamber for Service Industry. These two institutions have come together to have such a promising initiative of bringing in handpicked trainers like us, including myself, to talk on skill development and higher education, the way forward. In this era where we are into the 21st century post-globalized era and badly hit by COVID-19 pandemic, in this era, we being the youngest nation of the world, we truly need to work hard to ensure skill development in our higher education courses. But because our honorable Prime Minister, the very popular Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, also used to say very proudly that we being the youngest nation of the world, we have demographic dividend. But this demographic dividend will soon turn out to be demographic disaster if they are not adequately skilled. And here comes the role of passionate teachers, trainers, facilitators who themselves need to be having the degree of LLL. That is, they need to be lifelong learners. And MEPSC has been doing a fantastic job because I have been fortunate enough to attend the training of trainers, then training of master trainers and training of lead assessors program under the MEPSC banner. And the kind of experiential learning that I could have, I could harness and sharpen my existing competencies as a trainer and facilitator. Our university has been offering various short-term vocational training programs also. We have courses in agriculture, horticulture, fisheries, forestry, veterinary science, then agribusiness management, agricultural engineering, agri-biotechnology, and lot many others. So we have an influx of more than 2,000 students. Most of our programs are residential ones, so all students can feel the vibrant ambience. And in this era, when we talk about the skill development, I am very proud to state with this fraternity that we have several experiential learning units, ELP units at our place, which are doing wonders in terms of increasing the skill sets of our students. So this skill development in higher education, a very relevant topic, has been deliberated. If you look at the agricultural and allied disciplines in India, ICR has been the apex body, and there are 101 ICR institutes, 3 central agricultural universities, 4 DIMD universities, and 64 SAUs are working over here. And I'm very fortunate that I'm the face of NAU, Navsari Agricultural University, which is ranked at #1 in Gujarat, #5 SAU of India, and #9 agricultural universities or higher agricultural education institute of India as per the ICR ranking. Our catchment area is 7 districts of South Gujarat region, which are catered by our university. And look at the changing scenario. Change is the only permanent thing in our life. Whether we like it or not, it is bound to happen. And what we need to do, Jack Welch, the former CEO, the charismatic CEO of GE, used to tell that if the rate of change inside is not more than the rate of change outside, then your end is inside. Yes, we need to change. We need to welcome change. We need to equip ourselves for the forthcoming changes also. Not many things have changed in the last couple of months or so in the COVID-19 pandemic era. That has a lasting impact on the trajectory of teaching, learning, business, economy, job market, our reading habits of students, our life and career. We have most of the meetings, most of the teaching, training is happening online in a blended form many a times. We have come to a stage where Industry 4.0 and Education 4.0 is there. Earlier, it was expected that Industry 5.0 would hit us probably in 2035. But look at these last 15, 18 months. Even a beggar, even a street vendor knows how to use these Zoom and other online platforms. So a lot of digital revolution has happened. And because of these artificial intelligence, customization, Internet of Things, machine learning, and other things coming to the surface, the job prospects are, on one hand, it is increasing for those who are adequately skilled. But on the other hand, these machines, these artificial intelligence is going to kill several of jobs where typical manual workers or manual employees were working earlier years. So in this era, lot many changes have happened, but the significance of bridging skill gaps by ensuring skill development in higher education is still as relevant as it was yesterday. Bollywood का एक मशहूर गाना है, 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार है, प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा. The same is true. Skill gap needs to be addressed. Skill development was relevant yesterday, is relevant today, and tomorrow it's going to be more relevant. Why I am saying this? Because if you look at this, Indian economy, business, and skill gaps, India is soon going to be the 3rd largest economy in the world with GDP of $10 trillion. Yes. And look at our improving ranking in ease of doing business. Look at the skill ecosystem and the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Mudra and other loans, GST, one tax, one nation, rising economy, single window system, labor reforms, everything is going positive. And this will be driven by knowledge resources and not only by natural resources. And this is the golden time of India. We have demographic dividend, which is being shown on these slides. If we compare ourselves with China, America, and such other developed economies, we are very ahead of them in terms of this demographic dividend. But the problem comes with, when we look at the skill landscape of the youth, it's a very alarming situation. Across the higher education institutes, and look at these figures, these are the top 10 cities of the world which are going to have the maximum, highest projected GDP between 2019 to 2035. And if you closely refer this list, I told you earlier, these are the 10 topmost cities of the world. But if you look at the list, these 10 cities exist in India. That's why we are the rising superpower on all frontiers. And the youth needs to be the torchbearers. But being the youngest nation, our 580 million people are under the youth bracket, under the age of 25. And 12 million young people hit the workforce for continuously for the next 2 decades every year. This talent pool needs to be adequately skilled. But employability skills is a big question mark. Every now and then, the electronic media, print media, and several researches tell us that only 10% graduates and 25% of engineers, MBAs, and other highly qualified people are employable in India. This is a grave concern which needs to be addressed upfront. And for that, not only the educational institutes, but even the trainer fraternities needs to join the hands with the leading higher education institutes. And this is echoed by many different studies, even by government reports, number of times. Due to skill gaps in every sector, the corporate acceptability of our youth is becoming a question mark. And since they are not having gainful employment opportunity, it's an alarming situation. And bitter truth, consistently increasing unstoppable number of unskilled and unemployed youth in a country where we say that it's a demographic dividend. It's a faulty pattern, and where trainers need to come forward to have gleaming success in all these promising initiatives, Skill India, Make in India, Startup India, and all such things. Because if these skill gaps are not addressed right now, then we cannot achieve the scale and speed that we want to achieve in Make in India and Startup India as well. Forget about other sectors. So look at these prominent slide. The moment they get graduation, post-graduation, or whatever degree, there is a big gap, the skill gap, and they are eaten by the competitive market. And the moment they finish their degree, they become they join the list of unemployed. This situation needs to be improved across the country, and this has been echoed, as you can see the media reports. I'm just following the slides. Every now and then media is echoing. Are we leading towards a dead end with these frightening figures? No, we are not here for that. MEPSC or these international chamber for service industry have not joined hands together for showing you such frightening figures. Then what is the way out? That's why we are here to discuss the future roadmap, where the trainers, teachers, these MEPSC and these International Chamber for Service Industry and such other professional associations can do collaborative work and make India the rising tiger, not only in Asia, but on the world map. And for that, let me tell you, the biggest problem is today's youth desperately want cash. They want lucrative jobs, hi-fi packages, AC cabins, but they really do not care for caste. If you look at the spelling of cash and caste, they are very nearby, but caste stands for when candidate ask for cash, companies ask for caste. Caste stands for knowledge, skills, attitude, and habit. Knowledge, everybody has. They have good grade points, gold medal, distinctions, but what about the skills? What about its practical orientation? An automobile engineer, if his bike gets stopped, he visits a garage which is managed by a 7th standard pass fellow. Now, where does his automobile degree comes to rescue? So skill development, and I'm very happy to share that Navsari Agricultural University is leading in this segment. We are providing vocational education and skill development courses throughout the year in various disciplines and faculties. But attitude, because it is the attitude, not the aptitude, that decides the altitude of the individual. So what about developing winning outlook, can-do outlook, growth mindset? Because resilience is the much needed skill after COVID-19 pandemic hit an entire world. So developing the right mindset among the youth is also the need of the hour. The trainers can do wonders. And the fourth pillar, that is habit. Habit talks about the working styles, which do not get developed overnight. It requires years of efforts to develop that working style. So today's youth, when they enter into the portal of an academic institute, they need to groomed in such a way that they come out to be a thorough professionals. That's all from my side. I have many things to be shared, but I respect the timing given to us. Even though Dr. Gulshan Sharma, the so-called dinosaur, has not appeared before us, but I respect the time frame. And over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. In fact,
I have stopped sharing now.
Yes, in fact, your flow was so beautiful that I didn't want to disturb you in between at all. because you have taken so much of passion, so much of efforts, and food is the most important thing. If you get if you get organic food, if you get nutritious food, and if you live healthy while dancing on the tunes of Mithali, I think everything is fine. There is no problem. The food is the most important thing. So second time, I'm going to come in the second phase with you. My question is, Dr. Mehul, we did one of the study from our chamber. When a lot of edtech platforms are coming up, when a lot of apps are coming up, one of the questions which I wish to share with the entire universe, there are more than 5 lakh apps available for education today. Then why youngsters are not keen to come into the innovative agri field? Why are we looking for other pastures? Whereas the agri-food, the organic agriculture, organic farming, everything is so important. And during this entire pandemic, I have learned only one thing: how to grow your own vegetables on the rooftop. And I have got my own onion, my own garlic, my own ginger, my own turmeric, and everything I'm doing on the rooftop, and I'm eating that. And that gives me the energy at this age to go on throughout the day, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning when it is 9:30 in Australia and New Zealand. And this is the last program which we conduct. So every day we have got lots of program. Now also there is a gentleman who is calling from Canada, and I got to request him, Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji from Toronto. I have got a webinar going on at present, and we are talking about organic agriculture. So I will meet you after 15 to 20 minutes, Shastri ji. Thank you. Thank you for joining, and wish you have a great morning in Canada. Sorry, I had to cut down that call. So let's go to Madam Kamesh. Let's try it out. Ma'am, unmute your mic, please. And hearty welcome and pleasure. And I pray to Almighty that your internet and your bandwidth must cooperate with us.
I think
Ma'am, just switch off the camera, please. Just try it out. Just switch off the camera. Yes, try out. Kamesh, ma'am, as an elder brother, I can only say I'm feeling very bad. And I wish to tell everybody, those are providing telecom services in India, please give better bandwidth and better connectivity in the area where Madam, my sister Kamesh, Madam, is. As an elder brother, I can only pray to Almighty and to the Government of India, Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. Let's give better connectivity. Try once more, Kamesh, man. Kamesh, ma'am, loss is ours. Loss is ours, Kamesh, ma'am. Maybe I have to make a humble request to you. I extend you a warm invitation as elder brother to come back again next week. No worries, no worries. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. We will have you next week again on Thursday. I extend you a very warm welcome. You have not to ask anybody. I will tell Chitra ma'am, please come next week. Until that time, the people, those are in charge for bandwidth and connectivity in that area, please give Kamesh ma'am little better connectivity. With these words, let me go to Mithali ma'am. Mithali ma'am, now do justice, particularly with those people who have problem in learning dance.
Okay. So people were having problem with learning dance.
Including me. I'm also from the same ecosystem.
Okay. Okay, so majorly problem that comes into learning dance is when you have never danced before. So you're not sure how your body would look or how you would look in front of people. So you are not, you're shy and you feel ashamed at the same time. So best thing what you can do is catch yourself a mirror and just try moving your body. Look at yourself. Mainly, you need to be used to looking at yourself. The more you look at yourself, the more you're comfortable with your body and the way you dance. That's the problem. People don't accept themselves when they dance.
Is there any
Yeah.
simple way you would like to give? I mean, say something left hand or right hand or left leg or something throw somewhere,
Yeah.
something will hit.
Show you the hand.
So something to be conveyed from that skill, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I
because
can.
because
Okay.
my president always laughs and he says that whenever it is raining, I just lock myself that day. I don't go for a walk and I just stand before the mirror, put the music full blast and I dance and I sweat and it is equivalent to 5 kilometers walk. So we were telling mudras and everything in education and skills. How
Yeah.
does it help? Please go ahead.
Okay, so educating yourself in dance, which comes by learning, by attending classes or courses. Through that, you are able to understand different mudras that are there in dance. So particularly commonly, which we do usually at weddings and parties, is Bollywood songs, which is common in India. So certain, for example, there is a step which is a very famous Punjabi, which they say, bulk niche utaro, dalo, niche utaro. So it's very easy for anyone to recollect and connect with it. That, you got to remove the bulk and put it back. Remove it, put it back. So that's an example of, of pulling your hand down and putting it in. So you can do this to any tunes of Bollywood, and it's a very much commonly used move that I see. Another step is you feel like you're going on the water, like there is a water wave. And even when we talk usually with our friends and we are trying to say, the water was so deep, we tend to do that, but we don't realize that this is a dance step. This is also used in dance. Like little things that we do in our day-to-day life, we don't realize that it's part of dance, but we end up doing those things unknowingly. So understanding things and learning, mainly educating yourself also in dance, is very important, very crucial. If you also want to just become a party dancer, it's a different thing if you want to become a professional dancer or a choreographer. It's a different route to that. But even to be a party dancer, you need to know basics. Yeah.
I still recall when you had come from the Media Entertainment Skill Council, that day you have given the small demo.
Yeah.
I do not know you wish to tell the world today something with the musical notes or something, because a lot of young boys and girls are watching from the whole world and particularly from the Northeast India. And they all enjoy music, they all love music, and lots of youngsters have joined. So would you like to pep them up a little bit?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
You gotta give me 2 minutes. I gotta arrange the
Take
camera.
2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll go to organic farming.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
You take 5 minutes. I'll go to organic farming meanwhile.
Perfect.
Dr.
Thank
Mehul.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Please. Dr. Mehul.
Yes, sir.
What comes to my mind, and I wish to share with you, that why more youngsters are not coming for organic farming, developing apps related to agriculture, more edtech platforms. And my heart goes, I'm very keen, because भोजन नहीं होगा तो दुनिया में क्या होगा भाई? कुछ नहीं होगा. भोजन तो चाहिए ना, खाना तो चाहिए, बाकी सब सेकेंडरी है. और मैं पंजाब से नहीं बोलूंगा कि खाना पीना, पीने की बात नहीं करूंगा, खाने की बात करूंगा आपसे. Please guide us. Yeah.
Sir, the biggest issue which I can look forward is, because even though organic farming, and in Gujarat particularly, our Honorable Governor Shri of Gujarat, Acharya Devvrat ji, keeps on pushing hard the idea of natural farming. प्राकृतिक खेती पे भी काफी जोर दिया जा रहा है. But problem ये है, the biggest issue is students, the youth comes to agricultural universities for learning courses related to agriculture and allied disciplines, but they don't want to go back to that field. They don't want to serve the farming community. They have their rosy pictures in their mind that after getting a degree in agricultural like disciplines, they would be back to, they would not go back to their fields or their villages. They would be placed in cities and they would be placed in corporates. Now, this is very disheartening because I truly believe कि अगर किसान उगाता है तो देश खाता है. You rightly mentioned कि अगर फूड ही नहीं होगा तो कहाँ से कुछ बचेगा. And particularly for organic farming, the biggest hurdle is, I must say, farmers are becoming aware. But the problem is that with extensive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides over a period of time, the land has got accustomed. And now if they suddenly switch over to organic farming or say natural farming, what will happen? That initial 2-3 years, the crop yield will go down. And when we talk about malnutrition or on the other extreme food security, if yield goes down, then we would face a lot of issues. And look at the suicides happening on the farming, on the part of farmers. So farmers are facing a lot of troubles. Government should at least ensure on this front that even though they start with organic farming or say natural farming, and in the initial years when the yield goes down, there would be enough backup support. We all know that what happened in the recent past with the 3 reforms in farmer related laws and how they had to be taken back and farmers protested like anything. Contract farming is emerging, and particularly with organic farming and natural farming, another issue is that unless and until farmers get the right price of their produce, unless and until these farmers are linked to the market, they will be the sufferers. The middleman will get the cream, and these producers, the farmers, will get only a part of that. And that increases their troubles. So the farmers, if they are directly linked to the market, several things are happening. Government has taken several progressive initiatives like FPO, farmer producers organizations are coming on the front, and several FPOs are doing wonders in their respective domains. But we need a lot of them. And for that, capacity building of farmers and overcoming the barrier of lack of awareness, making them digitally equipped, that is also a major challenge. I do understand that today's farmers are not the farmers 20 years back who don't know the IT and all those digital technologies. They use smartphones. Yes, I do agree. But still, the youth which is there in the rural areas, in village towns, they are using smartphones only for YouTube videos or only for those games. You rightly mentioned that why they do not join this revolution of ag tech, or why they do not come up with an app which can help the farmers and the farming community. It is the die-hard need of the hour, and youth should definitely take up this challenge to the upfront and serve the farming community and the nation at large. So, lack of awareness of digital competencies among the farmers, linking us to market is also one of the issues that is bothering them a lot.
I give you a very warm invitation because I'm deeply concerned about it. Once in a week, if we can do a program once a week for half an hour, which should talk about future, that is when you are linking up agriculture, organic farming, nutrition, healthy living, food bringing wellness and happiness. And when you take a right food, right quantity at a right time in the right form, otherwise this all fast food and a junk food is going to spoil the young generation, and India soon will become the diabetic capital of the world. We got to be very careful about it, what we are doing. I extend you a very warm invitation. Think about it, plan about it. The CEO of the Sector Skill Council for Agriculture is a personal friend. If we can work out a strategy, but I would like to do something which is appealing youngsters, which is appealing young boys and girls, that they may take a small area somewhere in the residence, nearby community, where organic part can be done and they have a healthy living tomorrow. And they all make a wonderful, healthy and wellness world. something of that kind. Think about it. We can plan it. So we take the energy level up of everybody. If Mithali Shetty is ready, ladies and gentlemen, our audience is ready from the world over. And yes, Mithali ma'am is also ready. And we are going to take you, ladies and gentlemen, now all the way to Mithali ma'am. And she is going to, because I still recall when she had come earlier, she had a wonderful, kind of a dancing step to give us. So all of us, those want to have a wonderful, because seeing is believing. You pick up the skill very well. Let's go with Madam Mithali Shetty. And in a Bollywood style, ladies and gentlemen, let's extend a very warm welcome to a wonderful dancer, director, and head of the organization in Mumbai, that is Bombay Institute of Performing Arts, Madam Mithali Shetty.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Okay, so let's, I'm just showing you a very quick, it's just going to take you another 5 to 6 minutes to learn this. Okay, quick one, simple Bollywood steps that could be useful for you to dance at any wedding or any party that you go to. Okay, all right. So first step, you got to move your leg to your left. Okay, all you need to do is step your leg to your left. Okay, when you step your leg to your left, you keep your body weight center. So from here, you open your legs to the side. Simple as that. So when you do that, you got to twist your body slightly looking towards your right corner. Okay, so you need to step to the side and twist. That's it. Again, step and twist. So while you do this step, you got to take your hands up. You got to go up. As you remember, the bulk niche and upar. Okay, simple. So you go 1, 2. Yeah, so it's just down and up. Quick, right? It goes 1, 2. Yes, right? So let's do it one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up. Perfect. Now the same thing we repeat on your right side. So you got to step to your right, bring your legs in together. The same system. Step to the side, you are twisting. Now looking at your left corner, and you come back in. Yeah. Now we do the Balputaro step with your right hand. So it is 1, 2. Yes. So we do it again. We go 1, 2. Perfect. So let's combine your left and your right together. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes. Let's try it one more time, and then we'll try it on music. Okay. So 5, 6, 7. Go 1, 2, and 1, 2. Great. Awesome. So let us try that on music. And I hope you guys get it. All right. Yay! So that was simple, easy peasy. Anyone can do this, right? No effort. Okay, so once you finish doing that, you finish here. The last step is like you're just going to throw something in the air, and you're going to keep your hand, you're upset with someone. So you're angry, so you're going to do like 1, 2. So that is your third step. So the first step was the bulb step on your left. Then you do the same thing on your right. And the next thing you throw it up and you keep it on your hand, on your waist. Right? So let's try it again. So we go 1, 2. Second is 1, 2. Third is up, down. You can kind of jump, throw it up, and keep your hands down. So let's combine all 3 of them and try it on the music. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Very good. Okay, we have one more last step which we will do. Okay, so once you finish that, all you need to do is you're like sweeping the floor. Okay, simple. So what you need to do, you just need to focus on your foot. So we just got to tap, 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 tap to your left. And you go again back, tapping, 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 tapping to your right. So you got to bend your back slightly down like an old man. And you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So just take it down and up, down and up. Okay? One more time. 5, 6, 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. Now let's combine 1, 2, 3. Going into the fourth step. And down, 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 down. Okay. I'm going to show you the fifth step. That's the last step. So when you finish here, then you have to do, you're like looking at everyone. Look, 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 and show your eyes and just move your hips to the side. So you just go look, and just move your hips side, 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 side. All you need to do is move your waist side to side. Yes, you got to peep and look on your left, peep and look to your right, and then you show your eyes and you move your waist. All right, so let's recap from the top on counts. So the first step was 1, 2, second bulb down, up, then you throw it up, down, up, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, look, and nice, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and let's try that on the music. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go! 1, 2, So that's it. Easy as that. We are using what we do in our day-to-day lives. We're sweeping the floor, we're removing the bulb, we're throwing it up. You know, it's all coming onto dance. So, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thanks a lot. It
Thank
was
you,
wonderful. We all clap for you. The whole world claps for you because
Thank you,
it's a
Dr.
practical
Bhushan.
demonstration. It's a practical demonstration of the skill. And that's what you had been very kind to give us a little tips. Last time also, people were extremely happy. And today, once again, you have given us. I think that something is fantastic, you know. And yes, people are very happy. I'm just trying to read it out. All of them, those have joined, they say, nice, great, interesting, and lovely session, empowering session. Thank you for amazing session, amazing dance. Wow, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have given such an easy step. I hope my community people, those are like me, let us try it out, remove others' bulbs and collect the bulbs at your residence, all those. And thereafter, when she is telling to do this, I'm pretty sure we'll avoid the diabetic also from India, because you will be shaking your body, you'll be moving your body, and this is an exercise. That is the way you got to overcome your difficulties as well. Kamesh ma'am, as an elder brother, I try out once again for you. Let's try it out. Unmute your mic. If we succeed, if God is kind to us, otherwise I'm going to get you next week again, ma'am. Please.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Kamesh ma'am, today telecom department is not cooperating. I think in your area, we have to request the telecom department. And I extend a very warm invitation to Kamesh ma'am to come next week. She would be my special guest. By that time, we'll try and work out some strategy. Chitra Kapoor ma'am will reach you. And to Mithali, I would request that we will get in touch with Mr. Mohit Soni. Those 75 speakers, those 75 legends of the media entertainment industry, those are going to be together in the international arena. You should join that part also. I would extend you on that. And Dr. Mehul, I'm so much convinced in my heart, my soul, my spirit. Without food, there is no life on this planet. And if we eat well, we talk well, we walk well, we live healthy, we bring wellness to the entire global community. Think about it. How can we work out a strategy? I'm ready to give you a global platform. Plan it out. Think it about. Aim is that our youngsters, they should realize we have not to take a junk food. We have not to take a unhealthy food, because what you put inside, that is going to shape your thought process and your body. It is very important. So to the MEPSC, my great gratitudes and thanks to my buddy and my younger brother, Colonel Anil Pokhriyal, and of course, of the entire team of MEPSC. You all had been wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. Our deep gratitudes and thanks to all of you. And I pray to Almighty for a wonderful days ahead for all of us. Thank you. Look forward meeting you tomorrow evening. Tomorrow is Friday. It's a Women Empowerment Day. Tomorrow 8 p.m. Women Empowerment. Saturday 8 p.m. What? Northeast India. Sunday 8 p.m. Indian Diaspora. North. That is entire. And Sunday there's a lady who is coming on neuro coach. She's the neuro coach. She's joining us from United States. So all of us together every evening, 8 p.m. Let's be together. Let's make a better world, and we all live peacefully, healthy, with good